Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Into the Deep, a story about, well, why you should probably know people before you get into a boat with them. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Please check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's The Pineys, books 1 through 9, available at Amazon.com, along with The Pizza Pillow, which is available at Redbubble. All right, so this woman meets some dude, and they get frisky on his boat, have a good time, and then they go swimming, and then she has a scare in the water, and then he talks her into, oh, come with me, we'll go in the water. And so they do, and they're going sailing, and they rescue this girl who's passed out on a jet ski out in the middle of the ocean. And you'd think that the movie would be, about them like immediately turning the boat around and going right back to the nearest port to save this woman. She kind of like ends up joining their crew, and then they party, and then he offers them both drugs one night on the ship. Now there's only 3 of them on this sailboat out in the middle of the ocean, so I don't know, I guess it's ecstasy or whatever it is. So they take the drugs, and then the girls start making out. I mean, I guess it's headed for a threesome. It seems a little soon. I mean, the woman was just rescued from death. Anyhow, this woman doesn't really know the guy and definitely doesn't know the girl. But the girl, she wakes up and finds her boyfriend tied up because the crazy girl, or the girl from the jet ski, claims he attacked her. All right? So they were getting frisky on the boat. They were taking drugs together, but he attacked her? Maybe, I guess. That's possible. But, of course, the girl who hooked up and went on the boat doesn't know who to trust. Eventually she switches sides, knocks out the other girl. At some point, that girl goes crazy and tries to light the whole boat on fire, I guess, and I think succeeds. So, again, if you're going to get on a boat, know who you're getting on a boat with. All right? So I think this is I just can't see myself doing this. I always use that kind of metric when I watch a movie, right? All right, hear me out. Some hot chick goes, oh, I hook up with her at a party, and we end up, and she's got a boat, and we go there, and we have a great time, and we even go out in the bay a little bit. Okay, fine. I'm not a boat guy, but whatever. Then she says, oh, come with me. I'm going to go sailing. I'm like, no, I just hooked up with you. I barely know you. Why don't you give me a call, and then we'll date for a while, and then we'll build up to that. Because then I would know her, right? And then when I'm out on the water and we rescue a guy on a jet ski, or a girl on a jet ski or whatever, I'll know that I can trust my girlfriend over jet ski person. I also will know that the girl I'm dating has got a lot of drugs on her, and I will say to her ahead of time, don't offer this dude drugs. We have to get back to port. Probably needs a hospital. So I'm not really buying the whole premise, but, and here's the but, I can see it happening to a beautiful girl. Because these are things that do happen to beautiful women. They meet guys, they have, a great night, maybe sex, and then the guy's like, oh, come to Paris with me. Oh, get on my boat and let's sail around the world. That does happen to beautiful women. I've known women who have been like, oh yeah, this guy paid my rent for a year, and I just, what? And then I was like, oh right, you're hot. Okay, now I get it. It happens to beautiful women. So, little tip, beautiful women. Don't agree to go somewhere like a boat with a guy you barely know. Because of the implication. So, this movie really should be called Into the Implication. But it is scary to me because I don't like water situations. I don't like sharks, and so I am a little bit scared to be on the water. I'm not a boat guy at all. So the whole boat scenario wouldn't work for me. Some hot chick goes, "Oh, come on my boat." I'd be like, nah, "Let's get a hotel room, because I'm going to be throwing up everywhere." Um, so yeah, so it's just an excuse to have a bizarre love triangle with two people she barely knows, and you know, so you have a reason to believe. Well, she doesn't know either one of these people. Didn't stop her from having sex with both of them apparently, or about to. Anyhow, first act, she meets this great guy, and she's swept off her feet and goes on the boat and barely knows him. And then he's like, "Oh, stay on my boat, and we'll sail to wherever they're going." And she goes, "Yeah, of course. I barely know you. You could just throw me overboard and kill me, but sure." So she does, and they're having a great time. And then jet ski girl shows up, and they rescue her. And rather than immediately going to port, they're like feeding her, and she's asking, they're giving her water, and she's like, "You got anything stronger?" Like, she's already ready to party. She literally got saved on a jet ski out in the middle of the ocean, almost died because she was too drunk to be riding a jet ski. "Oh, but got anything stronger? Let me just continue this party." It should be a huge red flag for anybody. Like, "You're dehydrated. We should take you to a hospital." Yeah, let's party. So they get loaded. I mean, this to me isn't the actions of the woman on the right just got rescued out of the ocean, right? I get it. She's happy to be alive, but seems like it's bad direction to be that soon. But maybe it's a few days on the boat. Maybe they're out in the middle of nowhere. Anyhow, they party. He gives them drugs. Then she wakes up the next day, doesn't know who to believe, and then it becomes back and forth, who to believe. And I think the girl is the crazy one. Into the Deep sounds really familiar too. It sounds like a title that already a movie. I'm thinking of a movie with Billy Zane where it was two men, but that was already an established couple, and they saved Billy Zane, and then I think it was called Dead Calm. Yeah, Dead Calm. Anyhow, they go back and forth. They find various things. There's a gun scene, and eventually, I think they both die, but the main girl survives. I believe she survives, and the other two die. Boat blows up and leaves her out in the middle of the ocean, stranded. Yep. And you don't know what happens to her. That's going to be my guess. It's a little bit out there. But the moral of the story is, don't get on strange boats, ladies, because of the implication. And that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for more base takes. We got a Hollywoke hot take and a news blast. Don't forget the pizza pillow, and we'll see you in the next one.